Stop before you spend a single dollar on a 3D printer. Watch this. I tested 5 machines from budget to pro. One of them failed completely, another one it prints faster than machines, double its price. And number 3, honestly it shouldn't even be legal at this price. Stay till the end because the pick will shock you. Let's begin. Starting at number 1. Qidi Q2. The Qidi Q2 is a reasonably priced workhorse positioned between serious hobbyist rigs and prosumer 3D printers. The Q2 is a fully enclosed, heated chamber unit that can print with a wide variety of materials, including engineering-grade filaments. Featuring advanced automatic leveling, it can print out of the box without requiring any tuning or adjustments. It is capable of producing good print quality, although it may require some fine-tuning for optimal results. 3D printing newbies, the Q2 is an excellent choice for beginners to 3D printing. It is a cinch to get up and running. With a large color display, its user interface leads you, step by step, through the setup process. Tinkerers, hobbyists will enjoy the Q2's ability to print with most any filament type, and its active chamber heating helps prevent warping. Also, Qidi includes its own slicer software, which you can tweak to resolve print issues such as Z-banding. Number 2. Elegu Neptune 4 Plus. Looking to make big 3D prints for a modest price? The open-frame Elgu Neptune 4 Plus 3D printer produces jumbo-sized prints, a rarity for sub-$500 3D printers, and in our testing, printed more than 20 objects of generally very good quality. It requires some basic assembly and enough table or bench space to house it, but setup and operation are easy enough. Be sure to add at least one filament spool to your order when purchasing the Neptune, or buy it in a bundle that includes filament. 3D printing beginners, the Neptune 4 Plus is ideal as a starter 3D printer for a newbie willing to roll up their sleeves. Some fairly simple assembly is required. As an open-frame 3D printer, the Neptune's workings, motors, belts, cables, print bed, extruder, and filament feed, remain visible. Both assembling it and seeing it in action help a newcomer to better understand the 3D printing process. The Neptune is capable of printing large objects, and our test prints were generally of very good quality. Cash-strapped hobbyists, the Neptune 4 Plus is a good choice for a hobbyist on a budget. It sells for a modest price, it supports many filament types, and it can produce large prints. Number 3. Bambu Lab A1 Mini. The Bambu Lab A1 Mini is not only an affordable 3D printer, but also offers an inexpensive add-on module that can print with any or all of 4 different colored filaments, making multicolor creations easy. It generates high-quality prints at a relatively high speed, too. The A1 Mini is exceptionally easy to get up and running and continues to be problem-free while you're printing. Beginners, the Bambu Lab A1 Mini comes nearly fully assembled and is easy to set up and operate. It quickly generates good-looking prints and proved problem-free in our testing. The combo version that we reviewed includes an add-on module that can print with any or all of 4 different colored filaments, making multicolor creations easy. Budget-minded hobbyists, the A1 Mini is a superb choice for someone who wants a stellar out-of-the-box experience, simple operation, and some money left in the bank. The version we reviewed sells for less than $400, making it one of the lowest-cost 4-color fused deposition modeling (FDM) printers on the market. Number 4. Anycubic Photon Mono M7 Max. Fast, precise, and with exceptional automatic resin handling, the Anycubic Photon Mono M7 Max is a great choice for enthusiasts, hobbyists, and professionals seeking an SLA 3D printer for personal or business use. It can generate the smallest of miniatures up through exceptionally large models, with easy-to-use remote monitoring. Its excellent resin management works entirely behind the scenes, allowing you to get to the print quickly and cleanly. The printer's light source system easily handles the most stringent calibration files down to the 10-micron level with remarkable print quality. And it comes in at a very reasonable price for a 3D printer of its capabilities. Professionals, with a build quality that approaches industrial-grade standards, along with exceptional reliability and the ability to print fine details, the Mono M7 Max should appeal to professionals seeking a 3D printer for rapid prototyping and short-run manufacturing. Enthusiasts, with a sub-$1,000 price, exceptional quality, and innovative resin management features. The Anycubic Photon Mono M7 Max is a natural fit for artists, hobbyists, and anyone seeking a resin-based printer to quickly output high-quality prints. Because the M7 Max conceals its powerful technology beneath an intuitive and responsive UI, users can transition from unboxing to finished prints with minimal resin interaction. Number 5. Toybox 3D Printer. The Toybox 3D printer is a device that kids can enjoy with minimal supervision and use to output some nifty toys. A parent will be needed for the initial setup, which involves creating a free account, downloading the app, and syncing your device with the printer. It is also recommended to have an adult present during use by younger children. You can print from a mobile device or through a browser, selecting printable objects from Toybox's generous selection or designing your own. Printing proved smooth, with no misprints. Filament-wise, it's PLA only, which is the best choice for beginners. Children and teenagers. The Toybox 3D printer is designed for use by children and young people. Toybox Labs recommends a minimum age of 5, accompanied by adult supervision. Kids can choose from printable objects from Toybox's large age-suitable selection. It can print 3D files imported from elsewhere, but it delivers its best results when you stick to the Toybox ecosystem. The young at heart, the printer should be fun for people of any age. Printing with it is a good activity to bring parents and children together. I had the most fun printing with the Toybox of any 3D printer I've reviewed. The tiny build area, the filament limitation to PLA, and the focus on printing from the Toybox ecosystem make it a specialty printer unsuitable for general use. But it's a great choice for its target audience of kids and 3D printing dabblers. So that's the list: 5 3D printers, but only one deserves your money. Which one would you pick? Comment below before you buy. All product links including the hidden gem I didn't name here are in the description. Like this video if you found it useful, share it with someone building their first workshop. And subscribe because next week I'm revealing the 3D printer that big companies don't want you to know about. See you there.